is also kind of interesting. Browns rushed for 178 yards against the Ravens. Most rushing yards any team has put up against Baltimore this season, and it's the first time the Ravens have been outgained on the ground this season. And the Browns did that without Nick Chubb, without Ethan Posick, or without Jack Conklin, without Jedrick Wills, without DeJuan Jones. So it's their fourth and fifth tackles. You got to credit Kevin Stefanski at some point for designing a running game around the guys that you have.
You could even argue their fifth and sixth best tackles if you wanted to slide Joel out there. I mean, that's just where they're at. All hands on deck. No Nick Chubb. Doesn't matter. You got to get it done. And going into this game, I was asked on a pregame show, do you think the Browns' running game is going to be enough to keep them up with the sticks? And I did not. I thought it was going to have to be all on Deshaun's arm. Man, what Ford was able to do, especially even between the tackles, those tosses were working well, but their ability to win inside against Baltimore, I didn't see that coming, And credit Callahan, credit Stump Mitchell, credit Jerome Ford, that offensive line, Christian, Hudson, that was a beautiful performance. And we talk about imposing your will. Those numbers prove that. You beat the Ravens at their own game, in their building. Those are things I did not see coming. And this is something now that they need to build upon going into this Pittsburgh game.
Yeah, the other thing, they started throwing out of that big personnel where you have Nick Harris as the fullback. You brought in Leroy Christian, or you brought in your other offensive lineman as a tight end, and they threw out of that. So I was happy to see that.
Yeah, and it's the ability to pivot. That's where you said Stefanski at some point needs to get credit. There are things that are happening that other teams aren't prepared for, that they don't see coming. And these are guys who get paid their entire salary to know what's going to be coming ahead, and the Browns are still catching them off guard. You got to give credit to Kevin at some point.